Hello, everyone. I have a fan going. If it's too loud, let me know. Let me set some things up. All right, there it is. Anybody wants to come up, come on up. Hey, Dan. Hello, sir. How you doing?
Sir Larry, how are you?
Not too bad. Yourself, sir?
Pretty good so far.
There you go.
Hey Tim, how are you?
Hello, Larice.
Hello, Larice, how are you?
Hey, Simple Nanette. How you doing?
Hey Nanette, how are you? Is Dan on here?
Yeah, Dan's here.
No, I hadn't seen him. Oh yeah, there he is.
Yeah,
Hey
he's
Dan,
here.
how are you, bud? I got to get a hat so I fit in.
I got mine to hide my bald head.
Well, I'm nearly there.
Yeah, and so. Oh, Jerry. Hey, Jerry. How you doing?
Hey Jerry.
I just saw him.
Yeah.
Uh, like I said, this one I just anybody out there wants to say where they would want to live. Not that they want to move, but if they had to move to either one island, if you're in the Philippines, I'll let you stay in the Philippines, but you have to go to a different island, or to what country. Now, I'm going to take the Philippines out because almost everybody knows I would pick the Philippines.
Yeah, me too.
And so I'm going to take that one out, and I'm going to have to give it some thought. I'm going to tell you right now, if I stayed in North America, it would be Canada. And here comes Dan. Hey, Dan, welcome,
Hey
sir.
Dan.
Hey, good morning, everyone. My own buntag to all my Filipino friends. Good
Mayan Boom
evening.
Tag.
Tim
Now,
is
did
in
you
the
hear what I said
house.
about if you had to live somewhere else? Being that
Yeah,
you're in the Philippines, you have to take that out.
yeah.
And because you're from the United States, you have to take that out.
I think I would rather live in.
I think for you, it'd be Thailand.
That probably is my second choice.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I would think. Now, for
I
me,
mean,
like I
my third
said,
choice.
oh yeah, but I meant your first choice in this exercise.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think I have to agree. Thailand would probably be where I'd go.
like I said,
Hmm.
for me, if I stayed in North America, I'd have to say Canada.
That's
I would
colder
take
than where you
Canada
are.
over Mexico, even though I don't like the cold.
Yeah.
Uh, if I had to
Well,
stay,
language wouldn't be an issue.
huh?
Language would not be an
No,
issue.
language would not be an issue, and there are certain areas where it gets cold but don't get a lot of snow. That would I would like if you go. Let's say you go to Montreal. They got a shopping area during the winter that's under. You can go from store to store underground. You don't even have to come out. once you get in there. I mean, they got restaurants and you can enter all these uh, department stores from underground. But I don't know how much snow they get during the winter, but I've been there during the summer, and you can get around that way.
Yeah,
Uh, but
that would help.
like I said, I would probably prefer the Asian countries. And like I said, being because I'm taking the Philippines out of my situation, because like I said, almost everybody knows that's what would be my first choice.
Right.
I think I would be leaning towards Vietnam, uh, only because I know there's areas there that are affordable. You can. They also have places that you can rent that you can get them to clean your apartment as well. You can pay a little extra. Uh, but I'm not positive. I mean, like I said, Thailand would be a really nice place for food. I would love the food in Thailand. But from what I understand, Vietnam's got some good food as well. They get, especially soup and a bun sandwich.
I'd have a coffee buzz 24 hours a day if I lived in Vietnam. I love the Trang coffee. I love the way they take it and the Trung coffee, whatever they call it. They put it in the little,
They have a culture, a coffee culture, which I like.
Yes,
comes
that
from
is true.
France.
I didn't think about that.
I think it's from France. French
Well,
influence.
yeah, that plus
Yeah.
a lot of it is like you said from France. I believe you. And
French colony, right?
it was at one time, yes.
Yeah, and I know that the French had it before we got involved in
Yeah.
1958.
We got involved because the French, if you want to know the truth, Ho Chi Minh, who liked the United States, he did. He was a fan of the United States and wanted us to come in on his side, but because he leaned towards communism, and we just got through fighting in Korea about communism,
Yeah,
the Americans didn't want to go in with Ho Chi Minh. So we would have a much better relationship if we'd gone in with Ho Chi Minh, I think, right now.
well, yeah, that war probably would never happen.
Well, there might have been a war, but it wouldn't have been anywhere near as long. Uh, South Vietnam would have fell much quicker and a lot less bloodshed. But like I said, we just got out of Korea fighting, the spread of communism. And,
Yeah.
So there was that. That was, and when they in '58, all they were supposed to be sending was advisors. They weren't
Right.
supposed to. The only time they were supposed to fight, and this is until Kennedy. It might have been Johnson, but anyway, it was.
It was Johnson who
Yeah, that's
escalated
what I
it.
was thinking, Johnson.
Yeah.
But it was
When Kennedy was in office, there were only 440 advisors there.
and then Johnson stepped everything up, and then Nixon didn't step it down at all until after '72. Actually, '73.
Yeah.
I was in Yokosuka, Japan, with orders to Vietnam. My ship had orders to Nam, and this was in January of '73.
Yeah.
And they were canceled because of the Paris peace talks. Now, my ship was a non-combat ship. We didn't even have any guns on us outside of 50 calibers and handguns and rifles. That's it. We didn't have any turret guns. We didn't have them. And matter of fact, they took the last 5-incher off of her just before we went overseas. But the reason why they didn't send us was we were a repair type ship. And there was not a repair type ship we'd be replacing. And because there wasn't one that we'd be replacing, they were afraid that if we went, it would have been construed as stepping up the war action, which you don't do during peace talks. You either maintain or step back.
Yeah.
And so our orders were canceled because, like I said, even though we were non-combat, there was some ships that maybe would have had to leave the line for repair, but with us there, they wouldn't have to leave. So that's why they canceled our orders.
Hey, Mengay, how are you?
Hey, Mengay, how you doing?
Cala King?
Yeah, Kyle King's here.
Sacramento is representing today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all right. We'll forgive him.
A drought is headed our way. I guess I guess what it is. What's happening around the world right now? Around the Pacific. In the Pacific is dry weather ahead.
I hear dry. Matter of fact, you were talking about that last night.
Yeah.
Dry, hot weather.
Yes. Hot as hell here.
Yeah.
Already got the fans blowing from 3 different directions. You probably hear the fans going.
Well, I got the one farthest from me blowing. So if it's too loud, let me know. I'll turn it off.
The AC bill is going to be crazy this month, I'm sure.
Oh, I believe it. I had my air conditioner on yesterday, and today I turned it off because then I came home and it's like, it's
Is that a
not
brag or
hot,
complaint, Tim?
so I
Tim really has the pulse on the Sacramento area, even though he hasn't been there in a long time. Nothing has changed much over there in the part that you used to hang out in. Tim, Watt Avenue is still the same. Except now they have a Golden Corral buffet there.
Oh, they're coming right up.
talking about Golden Corral, buffet in Rochester just before the pandemic. They opened up a Golden Corral, right?
Yeah.
And then the pandemic happened, and they had to shut it down.
Mm.
And there was a couple other restaurants that happened too. They just opened up, or were just getting ready to open, and then they couldn't open it. I mean, you spent all that money preparing your business, and then all of a sudden, boom! Nobody's allowed to go out and eat. And I think you can go out and get food to take home from some of these places at first.
Tim's
Rancho
killing me.
Cambodia.
Hey, Tim, there were no shortages of donut shops there at the time, as I can recall.
Dan, if I didn't know better, I'd think you were a cop.
Oh, really?
As much time as you spend in the donut shop,
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
But,
Yeah. Oh, you do? Okay, Larice.
we're
Oh,
glad to
yeah.
have you here,
Hey,
Louise.
did you guys know that it's Mother's Day? I thought that was a U.S. holiday, Larice. Do they celebrate Mother's Day around the world? I thought every day was Mother's Day.
In some places, I think they do. I'm not sure. Is it this weekend or next weekend that's Mother's Day? here in the
No,
States?
It's
it's
tomorrow.
here today in the Philippines.
Well,
Everybody's sending greetings, for Mother's Day. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, Tim said it
Yeah.
earlier.
Every day is Mother's Day, ain't it?
Pretty
I would
much.
think so.
Huh? I mean, in the Philippines, it is.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they had a designated holiday here that was Mother's Day. I was shocked.
I don't know.
I don't remember this. I don't remember this from previous trips.
Well, I know they've been talking about Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one,
I mean, what
the
do you
one
do?
holiday next month, I don't pay any
LV
attention
Rose,
to at
how are
all.
you?
LV, are you doing okay, LV?
LV, how you doing? Welcome.
She said hi to everybody.
Yeah, LV. Okay, we'll talk later. All right.
I was looking down. I was checking my phone. Next month on the 18th is Father's Day.
Yeah.
And I haven't really. You were talking about Mother's Day, made me think about it. My father's been gone for a very long time. And
Yeah,
so
mine also. But I got my rotten son, so maybe he'll say or do something.
I just shall keep my mouth shut.
You don't have to.
It's all right. Yeah. Well, anyway, the world is changing.
Yep.
yes, it is.
Hey, by the way, how did the Romans dispose of their poop?
They actually had
An
sewer
aqueduct
system.
system. Didn't they have a sewer system?
Yeah, they
a
did.
sewer system, yeah.
Yeah, I was
The
just reading.
aqueducts were water.
Yeah.
That brought
So,
the drinking water and stuff.
They would have these. They would have communal bathrooms, and they would have exactly what you think they would have. They would have marble tile everywhere, and they would have toilets that were made out of marble. And what happened would be that they're running water inside there 24/7. So you just go into one of the communal bathrooms. They like to evacuate in comfort. And so, as Leonard pointed out, they had a sewer system that was very, very similar to the way the Philippines, has theirs set up. They have a trench, and then they have it vaulted with.
But was it the Aztec that had a irrigation system?
Yeah, I
They
think they had a
probably did.
pretty. They
Yeah,
probably
the
stole
Romans
it from
did
the
also.
Romans. Yeah,
Who? The Romans, yeah, they had the
Romans,
aqueducts.
yeah.
Right. And I think the Aztecs did.
I was thinking they did because I mean there was a lot of things. I mean,
It's so interesting,
they were
It
kind
is
of
so
bloody
dang
that They believed
interesting.
in human sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were still advancing a lot of things. The Aztecs
Yep.
were.
Yep.
I mean, you're talking about the Romans. Well, there's roads they built that are still still usable.
Yes.
Yeah. I think the one reason why I'm bringing it up is so tomorrow on my live stream, I'm going to be talking about the ancient cities of the Philippines.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that's
would.
kind of interesting. It's kind of really interesting.
I
Are you going to talk
actually,
about how some of them got their names and who they're named after, like Lapu Lapu and
No, I'm not.
Bonifacio?
I ain't going that. I ain't going
that's
that
not
deep into it.
That's not an ancient city.
No, but I'm just saying, you're going to like mention how they got their like Lapu Lapu. You know how they got their name,
Yeah.
right? You know,
I don't.
that was
That.
a warrior. That was his name,
Yeah.
Lapu Lapu.
Lapu Lapu, yeah.
And I think he led a successful defeat of the Spanish.
Is he the one that killed Magellan?
I'm not sure he could have been.
Hey, should I go to
Yes.
Magellan's? Should I go to Magellan's Cross like everybody else and do a video of that?
I don't know if you want to do a video. That's up to you, but I would definitely go to it. I would go to it.
If you go, you might
Yeah.
as well do a video. You'd
Yeah.
waste an opportunity if you do.
So when we,
Yeah.
LV seems to know what I'm talking about. Hey, by the way, I'm keeping it a secret from everybody else. Well, hey, oh my
Yeah,
goodness
Tim, that
gracious.
is kind of interesting. We're talking about where to live and where to crap.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it is kind of related, kind of.
And Tim said yes, Lapu killed Magellan.
Oh my!
I had
goodness
heard
gracious,
about
well.
that once, but
Well, I said
I didn't
I've
remember
seen
for sure.
somebody do and they got a statue of Lapu. And
Yeah.
they
Did you
talk
guys
about-
know what's the main reason why they bury people above ground in the Philippines?
I don't know. I know in New Orleans it's because of the
The
water
water level.
the
water table.
water
Same
table's so high.
reason. Same reason.
Yeah.
And so what
Is
happens
it?
is that when a person I just learned this, from Mike at Hey Joe, Buena Vista Dreaming. So we were at Mike's place yesterday. They're having a little festival. I understand there's a little festival going on tomorrow too. Well, anyway,
That happens a lot over there.
so of course I'm going to show up because they got free food, right? So I'm going to show up whenever they're serving free food.
Hey, Retro.
So I
Hey,
go over there and
Retro.
we start talking about
How
this.
you doing?
We're talking about Retro's in the house. We were talking about Nirvana.
Just watch this shit.
Yeah.
I just
and-
watch his laundry.
They were live streaming the funeral. I have no idea why people do this. They live stream my auntie, Minnie's auntie's funeral on
Well,
Facebook.
the Philippines treat funerals much different than we do in the West.
Yeah.
That is true.
I mean,
Apparently
they
they
bring
do.
the body
No,
home.
they're
and
getting
usually
fancy,
put it
Retro.
in the house for a week or so.
Mhm.
Whereas here in the West, we take it to a different place for about 3 days only, and then we bury the body. But
Tim is saying it's easier for the deceased to get to heaven if you bury them above ground.
Well, they're closer.
yeah,
But here,
farther from
Here's-
hell, closer to heaven.
it's so interesting
Yep.
because I see them do this, right? So I see them I mean, I kind of panicked when I saw this because I'm so westernized, but they started removing the bones from the grandmother from the crypt and putting them, I guess, in a hermetically sealed bag, which they started
Hey,
digging
Ding,
a
how you
hole
doing, sir?
in front of the
Hey, Ding.
in front of the crypt, and then they buried the remaining bones from the crypt, and then put their dearly departed auntie into the crypt. So they both basically rotate everybody in and out. And then I found out it's because the crypt acts as an oven, and over time it bakes the bones and turns them basically into powdered dust.
Oh my god.
So then they go collect them up and they bury them, and then they reuse the crypt. That's very interesting to me.
Hey, guys,
Yeah.
It's very economical, also.
Yeah, they have
I'm-
limited space too.
Yeah.
I'm past 100 subs.
All right.
Yay!
Good job, Retro.
Hey, it took me forever to get past 100. It took me forever to get to 500. I'm just barely over it right now.
You know what happens magically?
I've been doing live stream now for about a year.
What will happen is that
I've been doing
I'm not
my
live stream. I've been doing YouTube.
you're going to end up growing exponentially. Both of you now. You watch and
I
see.
didn't hit 300 until
on my first channel.
late October. No, actually early November last year, where I hit 300.
Hey, did you guys notice that? Loosely related, is it on social media? So they took those lip pointing videos that they sent to me, to make that 5-minute video,
Yeah.
and they're posting them all over the place on Facebook. And these
Sure,
things,
why not?
yeah, sure, why not? In their original format, of course.
Yeah.
I messed up a couple, but they're posting them and they're getting all kinds of hits and
they're going to go viral.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing,
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That
I'm so happy that happened.
Yep.
Wow.
that and the cheese tax meme. You ever heard this meme? It's literally a meme about some sort of cheese tax where you pull your drawer out with the cheese and a dog will come up and you have to pay the tax to the dog that feed them cheese or whatever.
Never seen that one.
I haven't seen
Look
that
it
one.
up. Look it up. It's called the cheese tax meme.
I'm gonna go look for that. That sounds interesting to me.
It's a
Hey,
song.
good night,
too.
Jerry. Take care.
Hey, Jerry, it'll take me a while, but I'll get them all watched. I'm about 30 behind right now until you put more up.
Yeah.
Larry, I probably asked this before, but am I allowed to? What's the Nightbot thing to put my link in the chat again?
Just 3 L's. Just 3 L's.
That's what I thought.
It can be
Well-
small or cap. It doesn't matter. Just 3 L's.
Oh my
Well, I'm all
goodness.
about being the top man. Help them in caps.
Go right ahead. It doesn't matter.
Bye, Jerry.
I hit the wrong button.
I always look forward to your lives, Larry, because there's a 50% chance that Jerry will live stream the chickens.
Well,
Yeah.
you might as well, Elvie, you might as well go ahead and post it now to Facebook. 'Cause
Yeah, I
that's
was
where
going to
everybody else
suggest
is.
that to her because she, after all, does have beautiful lips.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I've
Who am
never
I-
seen. I don't think
who
I've
am
ever
I
seen
to
it, so I'll
judge?
have to take your word.
Who am I to judge?
Why would I do
I love
that?
her voice.
We're talking about lips now.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
I
got
like her voice.
he's got
When
lip
she
pointing
does the
videos. So
videos where females talking, that's her talking. And,
Okay. Well, I just wanted to come on. I just wanted to come on and say hello because I got some scheduled streams tonight.
That's
okay.
all right, man. Anytime you want to come up to Vaughn Live, you come up, drop your 3 L's, say hi to everybody. If you need
Uh-huh.
to, boogie woogie.
Well, hold on.
I'm
I
all
did-
about trying to help people that want to come up. That are allowed to come up and talk about what they want.
Hold on, I forgot to say hello to some of the people in the chat. That's why I forgot to do. Hold on. Hello, Menge. Hello, Tim. What is that name?
Tim
Fancy
Does
Fancy.
it-
Don't worry about it. No one knows how to pronounce it.
Elvie Rose, what's going on?
Elvie's she's got a good channel if you want to check that out. Like I said, I think Elvie's got a really good voice. I enjoy it.
I've been
I've
Yeah,
told her
meaning
that
to
before,
now,
so
but I
she
haven't.
knows that. I'm not telling anything out of school.
Ding,
Yeah.
Ding Lilith, hello.
Yeah, Ding. Now Ding,
Lauren.
he has a decent channel. He does some singing.
Oh, like Bing Crosby.
No, it's Ding.
I know. I'm play on words.
Yeah. So,
You reveal that? My personal secret to the world. Thanks a lot, Tim.
What else?
he told us that yesterday, though, Dad. And
Mm.
Elvie, you do have a lovely voice, as far as I'm concerned.
And
Well,
I
I'll-
Even
repeat.
just talking, you got a great voice.
All right, Retro. We'll see you next time,
Hey, Retro,
man.
thanks
All
for
right,
coming
take
up,
care,
man.
Retro.
Take care. Behave yourself. Try to have fun and get that up to 200.
Be safe, buddy.
I keep it 100. Let's get it to 200. All right.
Well,
May the retro be with you guys. See you
I'm
later.
going to tell you the truth. I went up over 100, then down, up, down. It was the same thing with 200. I went up over it, then back down.
My hand
Same
doesn't
thing
work
with
anymore.
300.
My hand doesn't
I
work
finally,
anymore.
My youngest sister.
Sorry.
Only the middle
my
finger, right,
300th
Leonard?
subscriber.
I haven't tried that. It probably would.
If I do that, I got to cross my fingers because, for one
Give
thing,
it-
this finger bends. If you can see that bend.
The universal
Yeah.
symbol of love.
Yep. Yeah, I used to be able to do that with both hands, but I no
I
longer
never
can.
was real good with it. I have to cross those two fingers and bend them forward a
Yeah.
little bit.
Cross them. I don't care.
I'm just saying that's the only way I can do it.
Live
I
long
have
and
to cross,
prosper.
and
And
it's
peace
on
and
both
love.
ends. I have to cross the two smaller fingers. The others stick together.
Live long and prosper and peace and long
Yeah, I
life.
can do it that way.
Hey, Sammy, how you doing?
See you later, guys.
All right, Retro, take care.
Sammy's here.
Hey, Sammy.
It's always fun when Retro comes in.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's good to hear that he's actually going up and
Yeah.
finally hit 100.
Well, I've got 226, but it's been that way for about 4 months.
That's because you're not putting up enough content.
I need to put up some more. I've only got those 3 little tiny videos. So it's my own fault.
Do some other small ones. Do some shorts.
I got to do something.
Yeah, I mean, now there's one short I did. The squirrel feeding. I got 67 hits and only 1 thumbs up. That's not, but it's still 67 hits.
Yeah.
There's still people watching. The late bloomer, 232 hits, 3 thumbs up. And there was quite a few.
Who's your daddy, Sammy? Who's your daddy?
So, you know,
Yep.
it's just, I got to do a couple more short ones, but I don't do enough short ones. All right. I need to do more of them.
I just need to do any at all.
Hey,
Dang, you just reminded me. I gotta
Christy
do.
Tuba, how
I
you
gotta do
doing?
a short one
Somebody
today.
Hey, Christy Tuba, how are you?
anybody know Christy Tuba?
I think I've seen her before, but
I
will,
will,
I will,
seen her
Sammy.
before, but that's all right.
I will send your best to Ma'am Minnie. She is flittering about the house right now. Who's your daddy? Be good, Sammy, or I'll have to spank you.
Better watch it. She might enjoy it.
that's her line.
Oh my goodness gracious. All right, guys. Well, what else? We talked about Roman poop. Now, living. That's where it is. Where would you live?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
and Christy, if you got a channel, type in 3 L's, and my Nightbot will drop your link.
Hey, so what about petrified poop? Have they ever discovered Roman petrified poop, I wonder?
I
Well,
doubt it.
I doubt it, but you know, you talk
I
about
don't think it
Roman.
would last long enough to petrify.
You know that bread Roman meal? They say that's actually based on a bread they would take
Uh-huh.
because it had all the nutritions that they needed that they could keep marching without stopping until they could get more food. It was there's a lot of grains in it, and whole grains. And now, how true that is, I don't know, but that's what they claim.
Not very. That might have been the theory back then, though.
No, I'm not saying it was that. I'm just saying it was based on this is what the Romans ate.
Yeah.
I mean, how healthy it was for you, I have no clue. But
Right.
and you also got to remember they're marching, so it doesn't matter how many calories. They're
Yeah.
probably marching
Well, they
it
want
off.
the more calories they could get, right?
Yeah.
But
All right. Sammy says if she can't live where she lives right now, she'd prefer to live in Thailand.
that's
Good
what
choice.
I said.
You know, that would be actually that's Thailand is a pretty neat place to live. You know, so I would be living there.
Dan would choose that because I told
Yeah, for sure.
Timmy, I told Dan that he couldn't take the Philippines or the United States. He had to pick someplace else that you haven't lived before.
Yeah.
And, like I said, I would take if I was going to stay in North America, it would be Canada, and because I can't take the Philippines, it'd probably be Vietnam for me. And
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if there's that much difference between. I didn't think there was anyway between societal norms between the Philippines and Thailand.
Matty, how you doing, sir?
They're
Hey,
actually
you
very
shaved your
similar.
beard.
Yeah. Whoa! Who is that?
He shaved his beard.
Hell no! Say it ain't so. Say
cut
it
off-
ain't so.
I cut off my freak flag.
Yeah.
I
Well,
shaved my goat.
grow
one
it
time,
back.
Dad, so we had to grow it back.
you're gonna have to grow it back. That's what's up with that.
Oh God, it takes a year to get it like that.
I just trimmed mine way down here this week.
Does it look good?
Oh yeah.
Well, you have that baby face. You know, it's coming
Makes you
through the
look younger.
camera. Just yeah.
Well, there you go. Glad you like it. I'm stuck this way for a while. I'm doing my hair this week, so
Oh,
your hair
no.
back too.
Oh
Well-
my goodness.
Yeah.
All right, Sammy, you take care. Help your dad.
Hi, Sammy.
care. Hey, you ain't going out there, back daddy. You're not trying to get a regular job, are you? Say it ain't so.
well, you know, I wish I could, Dan. I got problems.
Well,
My-
you know,
My
You're
legs are
scared.
doing better, but my eyesight is leaving me shy.
I worry about the eyesight because, as you know, I got eyesight problems also, glaucoma. And, there's a connection between glaucoma and other neurological disorders.
Yes.
And so, so it's a clear sign that my future may
Have
be
you
in
had
peril.
just as a sideline,
Yeah.
have you had your sugar tested?
Yeah. I usually get my sugar tested fairly often. I'm always borderline diabetic.
If
They
you're
did-
if they do an A1C and it's above 5.7,
Yeah,
then that's pre-diabetic,
yeah,
and you don't want that. At that point,
Yeah.
you start changing.
When
Change your diet.
when you're a diabetic, like I am, you want it down to around 6 or lower if you can get it there.
Well,
I'll
ideally,
tell you,
you'd like to get it down to 5.6.
Yeah, but you know, once you're a
5.5.
diabetic, it's hard to get it back down to where you don't need medicine.
but
Well, not if you.
I'm a
not if you
believer.
change your
You
diet.
know, I like the way. That's why I like talking to you, Leonard. Leonard, I like talking diet with you
Yeah.
because I kind of am a believer in that one meal per day thing,
I'm going to 2
helping
meals.
to lower blood sugar levels and things like that.
Yeah.
I think I'm
Yeah.
going to do
That
that.
and
I
the
think I'm going to
intermittent
follow
fasting.
Leonard's advice and do that where you got that
Intermittent fasting.
4 to 6 hours that you can eat,
Yeah.
Yes.
which means I got to change my eating habits. I'm going to have to
Yeah.
quit eating
Yes.
breakfast.
It works. All I could say is it works.
Well,
I've done it before, and
I can't say that, but because you
There's-
should say it works for you.
it works for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
magical. It's magical.
There are millions of people that's worked for. Not
I know, but I'm
everybody.
saying
but
there's always a
millions that have.
possibility it may not work for me.
Anyway, I like what we did yesterday, and that's speaking weight loss into existence. Even though
Yes.
that's a little bit like quantum physics, and I'll admit to you that when I researched this connection, I could not find any connection between the speaking something into existence.
That's
it
like
cannot
positive
be,
affirmations.
yeah, exactly. It can't be
Can I add
quantified
something?
at
Yeah.
that level. Yeah.
Sure, why not?
It's easy to say and hard to apply when it comes to diet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I
Yeah,
said,
well, it's
That's why
food
eating
addiction is horrible. Food
Yeah.
addiction is the
Carb
worst
addiction
addiction
is
that there
terrible.
is. It's
Well,
terrible.
I did a big change on my diet recently, and I'm trying to get my bread consumption down to nothing or just about nothing.
Well, breads, rice, potatoes,
Right.
beans,
Yes.
pasta. That's
Yeah.
all very, very bad for you as far as sugar is concerned.
Well, I got my bread down to 2 slices.
Tim's being mean, people.
Well, that's nothing new.
This is Dan. I don't know if you can lose weight by talking.
Well, if I'm talking, I ain't eating, bro.
there is something to that.
If I'm talking, I ain't eating. You know, that's the
Yeah.
thing.
And by the way,
Wait.
Mac Daddy, Tim says looking better now for a military haircut.
But I
I
just
was
want
going
to.
to do a 3.
I want to hear
blade.
I want to hear the rest of the
That's pretty
story
short.
about how Mac Daddy has lowered his blood sugar level. That's what I
Hey
would.
Bobby, how you
Hey,
doing,
Bobby, how are you, man?
Well, the biggest
Bobby.
thing I did, you want an easy one?
Yeah.
Real easy. I switched from any kind of iced tea with sugar or invert sugar
Uh-huh.
to water,
Well, that's good.
and got rid of Coca-Cola and all the soft drinks.
Yeah.
No wonder Coca-Cola sales are in the toilet right now. No
I
wonder.
still drink. But now wait a minute. I still drink some cranberry juice, and I still drink some orange juice for nutritional value and the sugar. But since I cut so much other out, it's changed. Everything
pure
is
water,
changed.
baby, right here.
I break
Water
down, and
is-
I had ice cream the other day. I had a cup
Yeah.
of ants with hot fudge, chocolate ants with hot fudge.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Well, yeah.
If you're gonna
can
do
have
it,
a
you might as
cheat
well
day
do it
now.
upright.
Or you can fall off the wagon for a day here.
Yes,
Chocolate on
exactly.
chocolate, brother.
Well, I was on a
It won't break what you're doing.
I was on a diet before with Fantastic Foods. I don't know whether I mentioned this. They have a chickenless chicken noodle, which isn't many carbs, and it's all natural in a cup. They have a chili, cha-cha
It was
chili.
what now?
It's a
What
company
kind
called
of chicken noodle was that?
Chickenless, no chicken. There's no
Just the
chicken in it.
noodles.
It's noodles and chicken
No,
flavor.
but it's all.
It's not a lot of
Okay,
noodles.
the problem with that is the noodles are extremely high carb.
But they're not. They're protein noodles. So they
And what
spin
kind of protein they made out?
Tim, you're killing me. That's an interesting point.
what?
He's saying if people aren't supposed to midnight snack, then why do they put lights in the refrigerator?
So I can get a drink.
Yeah.
I'll get up in the middle of the night sometimes,
Yeah.
go and
Well,
get a drink of tea.
Back to what we were talking about, though, Leonard.
Yeah. Yeah, lower it.
The food on Fantastic Food, the cup meals, they may not win with what we're supposed to eat versus on the carnivore diet, but they definitely make it for the calories. The chickenless chicken noodle. Well, you're laughing, but the chickenless chicken noodle is only 220 calories. The cha-cha chili is under 500.
The cha-cha chili,
the thing
man,
is-
that sounds
Dan-
very appetizing. That has an appetizing name. Cha-cha chili. Yeah.
The thing
And-
about
and-
it is, you
What?
don't count calories on a ketovore, or carnivore diet.
Yeah, I know. Here's
You
another
don't
one.
count macros. You don't
Oh,
count
it's-
calories.
Well, I think it's based on the proteins make you feel fuller, and so
Well,
you
proteins and
automatically
fats.
reduce
You
your.
need to eat more saturated fats.
Well,
Yeah,
let
I
me
got
give
you.
you this one too.
I mean, I
Um,
never met a pig that I didn't like.
They had me on
Yeah.
eating a can of tuna every day. They had me
Okay.
eating chicken at the sea packed in oil also.
No, well, ugh.
And I would eat a can of chicken at the sea packed in oil with some hot sauce on it and about 6 saltine crackers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would have for breakfast, they had me on, which you can't get anymore because they quit making them. I used to do Kellogg's Raisin Squares. They're like little shredded wheat biscuits with raisin centers. And I could
Any
only,
any grain product is a problem.
well,
Why?
I know, but I could only tell you this.
Is that because of glycemic level?
Glycemic level, lectins,
When I was,
oxalates.
What is a
Well,
lectin? What is a lectin?
It's a plant toxin that the
yeah,
plants create so you won't eat them.
Is that
Right.
why I have breasts?
Well, if you ate a
Is
lot of
that why I
soy,
have nipples? Is that why I
If-
have
Well,
Very
your nipples are
supple
natural,
nipples?
it's the breasts that are
if
not.
you if you ate a lot of non-fermented soy, especially American-made soy, yes,
yeah, you have a lot of estrogen.
yeah, because
Hey, watch your mouth, dude. Watch your mouth, Mac Daddy.
I got to respond to a statement that Tim made. He
Yes.
says it's too hot to eat chili here.
Yeah.
Tim, I disagree. I've eaten chili when it's in the hundreds, and I drink coffee. I don't care how hot
I
it
was
is.
going to say,
I drink coffee.
that's like people saying you don't drink coffee when it's hot.
I do.
I drink coffee when it's hot.
So do I. We're going to be heading over to the Dunkin' shortly. It's hot as hell out here already.
Well, I got ice cream one year, a long
Yeah.
time ago, during the winter. And somebody says, ice cream in the winter? I said, I drink coffee in the summer.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's living life to the fullest, Larry.
There is.
Well,
you could go out when it's snowing with your dish of ice cream and it won't melt on you.
That's right.
I'm
Yeah, you gotta
trying
be
to go
careful
with
of that
this.
chili, Bobby.
Bobby
trying
is
to go
right.
with the
I'm telling you, I
keto
miss
diet.
Thailand. Here's the biggest criticism, right, between the Philippines and Thailand, quite frankly. And this is
Thailand's got
why,
way better food from what I hear.
yep, it's completely eye candy everywhere that you're walking around. You're seeing all kinds of candy, and then there's the food. you
Well, stay
know?
away from your sweets. You got to stay away from the
from what?
sweets.
The police?
No, he said eye candy. I told him stay away from the sweets.
Oh, yeah.
He's got to. He doesn't stay away from the streets. Something's going to happen to him.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
That's
Well,
it.
I'm very, very lucky in that Minnie, she enjoys people watching as much as I do, so we're always
Yeah.
gravitating towards those areas that have lots
Yeah.
of interesting people to observe.
I'm going to do something this summer I haven't done in a couple years.
Wear
Only
gloves.
because of the pandemic, I'm going to go. There's this place over in.
Tim, I'm full of a lot of things, not only estrogen.
But they got this one coffee shop, Bruger Bagels, and they got an outdoor setting area. And I used to love to, when I came down to visit, I used to love to go there, get a cup of coffee, sit outside, and watch the people.
Yeah.
I haven't done that since I moved down here because of the way things have been. So I'm planning
Yeah.
on doing that this summer. And
Yep.
So look at this. Bobby says he's
15-minute
going.
drive.
He's going to the gym in a few minutes. Braggart, you're bragging, Bobby.
Yeah. Well, he looks like he goes to the gym.
Yeah, he does. Definitely.
Bobby said he's lost weight since he's moved to the to Thailand because he's been sweating it off. He says,
Yeah.
that's what he said. You want to lose weight? Sweat your ass off.
I noticed that I walked
That'll help.
a lot. I walked a lot more than I do when I'm living here. So when we went to Thailand, I probably lost something like 15 pounds just like that, almost effortlessly. We were
I
always-
noticed when I live in a warmer climate, I lose
we were
weight.
always walking from Nana Plaza all the way over to what's it called, Terminal 21, and then upstairs they have that local food court, and we'd go up there because you can get anything you wanted up there for something like $1.50 American money. I
Yeah.
mean, as much food as your stomach can hold. You know,
Yeah.
Well, I tell
that's
you,
what we miss about Thailand.
I'll tell you what. I like that place you had in Cebu because for me that's close enough to walk to a lot of places.
Oh,
Well,
it's
and you
very
you you did walk everywhere, didn't you?
Yeah, they did.
yeah.
That's
We
it. But
walked
I
everywhere.
like
Yeah,
that
and
because
so
I would
there
walk too.
I lost weight also.
So I would
So
do the walking because
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
be honest about it. I don't want to drive in the city like that.
yeah.
You know,
Right.
Oh
and so
no,
it's better if you live close enough that you can walk because now you
yeah.
don't
Yeah.
have to pay for
Unlike
a
Tim, I'll
cab, you
just
don't have
find
to
a
pay
driver.
for a Uber, you don't
Yeah.
have to pay for a
Yeah, I'll just find a
what
driver.
do they call those motorcycle taxis?
A trike.
Hobble hobble.
Tuck duck.
Hobble. You don't
Yeah.
have to pay for a hobble, or
Yeah.
you can just walk it. And like today, I've not walked a lot. I've walked about 9,000 steps today.
Uh,
It's
Yeah.
not a lot. It's not nothing, but it's not. Uh,
It's
but you do
decent,
that in
but it's
that kind
not
of weather,
exceptional.
and you do it the kind of way I would prefer to walk. You walk a little ways.
With
Take a
my
break,
legs
stop
messed up,
for a
I'm out of
minute.
the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
you
hopefully your
know,
legs will get better where you
I
can
just
get
have a feeling that another 1 month trip to Thailand is in our future. Maybe 45 days. I just feel it in deep down in my bones.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I feel
I
it.
gotta tell Bobby, I'm glad to hear that he's got the energy and the ability to go up and down those. He's got 3 floors
Well,
in his house.
you're putting an elevator in there, right, Bobby?
If I lived
I
there,
had
I
to
would.
carry a washer up a flight of steps yesterday, and
Well,
I am
Oh,
so out of shape. When
What?
I got the washer to the top,
uh,
my legs like immediately cramped.
yep.
but like I said,
That's crazy.
Bobby's putting the remodel of his house up, and the rebuild of the fence at
Yeah.
the family's property. I've been checking it out. Hey, Halfwit, how you doing, sir?
Halfway's in the
Hey,
house.
halfwit. Haven't seen you for a minute.
But anyway, I've been enjoying it. Now the stairs that I've seen, the tallying on that is in great shape. And Bobby said they're not going to be changing that, but they knocked out some wall and put in some gorgeous windows and stuff like that, which they're tinted, so that'll help keep the place cooler because of the
Yeah.
tinted windows.
Yep.
Well, low E glass.
And so if you maybe open it up if you got screens at night, help maybe cool things off the right time of day. And
Did you guys see that video from that guy did on Thailand where they show you the executive physical exam you get when you go to Bangkok Hospital? It is freaking amazing.
No, I never saw that one.
Yeah, $550 pays for one of the most comprehensive physical exams that I have ever seen in my entire life. You can't get that at Kaiser in the States, I could tell you
Yep.
that.
well,
That sounds probably like something that Paul did.
And then they give you this review. They go over everything with you, all your lab
Yeah.
tests. They make recommendations. A lot of times the recommendations don't involve medication. They'll if you're fat or overweight, they'll just say, "Oh, you're fat or overweight." They don't sugarcoat it. Pardon the pun. They don't sugarcoat it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of videos, Leonard, what do you think of that glider video I sent you? Wasn't that cool?
Yeah, you sent me 2, I think. They were
Yeah.
both pretty cool, yeah. Because it was the fact that it was self takeoff because of the electric engine on it.
Yeah, that
really
was-
cool.
I
Because
Oh,
sent
that's a
Leonard these
cool
videos.
idea. That's a cool idea.
yeah, and
So
so
it-
he
there's a video to start your channel with.
yeah,
Wow.
Well,
That's
it wasn't my
perfect.
video.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
that's
they
They're
use
on
an electric
YouTube,
engine
Brendan.
for the
yeah.
for the takeoff.
He just sent me the link for it.
okay.
Man, somebody's got to send me that link. That sounds really cool.
I'll get
Yeah.
it to you.
Thank
I'll
you.
send it to you too, Larry.
All right.
It's an adrenaline rush just by the way it's filmed
Yeah,
from the point of the pilot. So you're in there actually like flying the
yeah.
glider.
It's like you're the eyes of the pilot, and
And it's quite enjoyable. It's a rush.
it's very cool.
You're talking about that medical, Mike, Philippine retirement. He
Yeah.
just did a video with a guy that had talked with Paul from World Zoom. I think the guy's
Yeah,
name is
World
called.
Zoom. Interesting guy. Yeah.
But anyway, he had talked with him because he'd been having trouble with heart contemplations and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so Paul told him which, hospital in Thailand to go to, and Mike did an interview. Like I said, Mike interviewed the guy for about an hour, so it's a long video. But he part of it was him going over to Thailand, and I'm gonna go. I gotta go. I'll go ahead, guys. Keep talking.
All
Okay.
right.
Hey, by the way, so we were talking about Roman pooping earlier.
Yeah.
So, why? I wonder in the Philippines why they make the rolls so small like this. I was just wondering if there's a reason to this.
Well, most people don't use it.
Well, but what do they use this for then? They don't. If they don't use it for wiping their ass, see it?
I have no idea. Yeah.
See it? Look at this roll.
Yeah, but that
It's a
one's
very-
almost empty.
It's very tiny, but
Yeah.
even when it's full, it's only like, yay.
Oh, okay. It's not like the ones we have here.
Yeah, so maybe this isn't. I would need a roll twice the size of this.
Yeah.
So Dan, I gotta send you that video on the gliders.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
interested
was
in that.
great. I really
interested
enjoyed
in
it
that.
because I've ridden. I didn't fly, but I've ridden in the old style gliders with really long wings and the tow plane.
Well, the one
Oh,
had
yeah.
the tow plane to tow it up on the second one, but the first one, he just was able to take off on his own.
Yeah,
And
that was super cool. The fact that it was able to power its own takeoff.
well, the best part is when you're up in the air, you can keep yourself up or move yourself around.
I
Yeah.
got it, Bobby. That makes sense.
And it was quite enjoyable video. And not only that,
Halfway.
if you
Why
wanted
would
to
you-
do that, you only need 10 hours of training.
Why would you count how many there are on a roll? Is there some numerical magical thing going on?
The Scott paper always advertised at 1,000 sheets.
Yeah,
I mean, does it have
all of the
666 sheets on a roll, or does it have 777 on a roll? That's what I'm
Yeah,
curious
but wait
about.
a minute. Let's go. If we're going to talk about this, let's go all the way.
Yeah,
I want
Yeah.
the stuff. I want the high quality soft stuff with the little ripples on it,
Oh,
the
sure.
four ply.
Yeah.
and the little ripples too, because
Yeah.
them little ridges just seem to do the trick.
They clean better. Yep.
All right. Everybody wants me to start counting them. Okay, I may have to do that.
If you
I
got
hope
time
Minnie-
to do that, you got too much time on your hands.
I hope Minnie doesn't get mad at me when she sees little squares flying all over the house.
Well, my cat
Well, you
used
don't
to
have
go
to
into the
tear 'em off.
bathroom. My cat
what if I
used to go in
lose
the bathroom and let the good times roll.
Yeah.
Let the good times roll. That was clever.
Yeah. You've got a bum gun in your toilet, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you something. There is nothing like it. There's nothing like it. There's
I have
nothing
never
like
tried it, but I
having.
want to.
It's amazing. It is amazing. And so when American friends come over and they try the bum gun for the first time, all they want to do is rave about it and talk about how they got to get themselves one of them.
Yep.
Well, in
What?
Asia, they've taken toileting to a whole new level all over the place.
Really, you should see.
Well,
Like I was talking about
come from France.
in
originally.
Thailand. Bobby knows this. In Thailand, if you go into Terminal 21, you go up there into use any of the restrooms. They have those fancy automatic
Oh, those are small. Those are small rolls.
and
A half whip.
they certainly are, yeah. You have the toilets, right? When you sit your ass down on one of those, right? You never want to get up because it'll heat the water for you. It'll cool the water. You could adjust the water pressure to what you need. You could sit
Man, I
there
like
all
that.
day and have
I
water
would be
squirting. Yeah, well, anyway. Maybe I'm giving too much detailed information, but
Very valuable.
you know.
Yep.
Can you do several short videos on counting the sheets. That would be funny. Crystals is in the house.
Yeah, how are you, Crystals?
Yeah. Anyway, Crystals, I saw your post on Facebook. Listen, I enjoy it. You probably have heard that I had a few haters send me some nasty emails about this.
How? I mean, why? What's not to like?
I don't know. They were saying makes them look. Anyway, don't. I shouldn't even go into the details of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
It just angered me. It
Yeah.
angered me a lot. So, and I don't get it. I don't get why, because they come into my channel and they act all friendly and everything. Hi, Dan. It's so nice to see you. And then the next thing I know, they're doing hit pieces. They're doing hit pieces on me on other channels. I just don't appreciate that. Most of the people are.
There's
Most of
no
the people
room
are
for those
just,
people like that.
they're just telling them to go. Thankfully, I've got a very loyal group of folks, subscribers, and they just tell this person, you need to go pound sand.
Well, there's a real simple thing for that. If they don't like your channel, we used to practice it long time ago before the internet. You shut it off or change the channel or turn it down. Pick one.
Yep.
Exactly. You don't like
Well,
something.
You don't
if
get to
they-
criticize. You just move on.
Yeah, if they
just move on.
keep causing trouble, just block them.
I thought about that and I was like, man, but then that'd be way too obvious.
Well, I mean, I've been moderator on a couple of different channels and done that.
Hello,
and
Melanie. Hello, Crystal. How you
had no
doing?
problems. Hey, Mel, how are you?
Mel is in the house. Melanie Kalapayan, Mayong Buntag, Happy Mother's Day.
Boy, you got that all in.
But hey, you're a happy mom and you're going to be a happy mother again, I'm sure. So Mother's Day is every day of the week, right? So today is just, I don't know. I thought Mother's Day was just like a Hallmark holiday. I thought it was just made up so that you would, you buy stuff to send to your mom.
Well, it's different all over the world. A lot of places have Women's Day.
Yeah, they have International Day of the Woman.
There is actually a Woman's Day here. It just, it's not, official or anything.
Anyway,
You'll see it on some calendars.
So I was thinking about it, and so my first trip here to the Philippines was right around May. I don't recall anybody talking about Mother's Day in the Philippines. I could be wrong, but I think that Mother's Day is a recent occurrence. It's a recent thing here in the Philippines. I don't think that there was a day. I could be wrong. I haven't done any research
the
on it.
American calendar doesn't transfer.
No. Tim said, buy a Hallmark card and flowers
How long
for
has the
your mom.
Philippines celebrated Mother's Day?
Yeah.
My mom is long gone these days.
Yeah. Mom, I love you 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. There you go.
Now it says since 1920s until the last few decades, Mother's Day in the Philippines was traditionally celebrated on the first Monday of December. Currently, everyone in the Philippines celebrates Mother's Day on the second Sunday of May.
Oh.
So they've been celebrating it for a long time. It just
my bad.
Well,
My bad.
I didn't know, so I thought I'd check it out.
It's what has caused it to proliferate is Facebook and social media.
Yeah.
And television.
They were doing it on a Monday in December since the 20s, over 100 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last few decades, they switched it to May like we haven't.
Right.
Something probably was too confusing because of Christmas. You'd mess up.
Well, the European Women's Day is in the autumn.
Ah.
So it was probably similar with the French and the Philippines and everything. Just a thought. Of course, I think everybody's had the Philippines, the Spanish, the French, the Americans.
And Melanie, your mother will appreciate that hug just as much, if not more, probably more. than flowers. Let's be honest.
That's
about it.
right. That's what I was about ready to say.
That-
So,
uh,
um,
I
good
sent
for
my
you,
mom
Bill.
a card. If I was in Terre Haute right now, I'd go see her
mhm.
tomorrow. For me, it'd be tomorrow because it's still Saturday night here.
Yeah.
And but now my sisters, I know some of my sisters and maybe my nieces, because both my nieces live in Terre Haute. That's my niece and my great niece and her daughter. They live in Terre Haute, and then 3 of my 4 sisters live there. So I'm sure a few of them will go see her. Because they usually take turns seeing my mom. Somebody usually goes almost every day to see her, and sometimes they all go. Now, when I think I've told you guys I'm going home in June. My cousin George wants to have a family reunion at his place. He lives out in the country. He's got about 5 acres.
Don't they call that
Just
a
out in the country.
backwoods hoedown?
Well, basically, but there won't be any hoedown. But we're mostly in our 60s and 70s.
Will there be hoes there?
Well, only I can't say that because most of them will be my sisters. Okay,
oh, my apologies.
like I said, sisters or cousins. All right, that'll be about all
yeah.
that's there.
Well, that's
So,
why
like
I
I
had to
said,
leave.
it's a family reunion.
That's
Ah,
why I had to
you said that,
leave
yeah.
Sandpoint. There, every decent looking woman around was a relative.
But like I said, though,
That's
when
when you wind up with relative humidity.
Yeah.
but we're gonna try to get my mother where we can take our mother to it.
That'd be great.
We may have to.
You know what relative humidity is, don't you?
But we may have to hire somebody to watch her. But we're going to try to get her there.
Yeah.
And I will,
That'd be
if
great.
she's
She'd
there, I will
enjoy
take
that.
videos and post it so you can all see what my mother looks like.
Yep. She'll enjoy
She's
it.
got white hair, folks. I'll tell you that right now. And she's a little thing. I mean, my mom only stands about 5'2", if that.
Yeah.
And,
My mom's only 5 foot.
Well, that's my oldest sister. Everybody else is taller.
Yeah.
But I think the shortest one of my other sisters is like 5'5", I think. The tallest
Yeah.
is like maybe 5'6", 5'7".
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's-
I'm the oldest. I'm 5'9". The next
Well-
boy is 5'10". And
I'm the middle. I'm the
more.
middle one. My older
And the
brother's
old-
like 5'11", was
And the
5'11",
youngest
6
one's
foot.
6'2".
And my younger brother was like 5'11". Now our dad was like 6'3" or 6'4". I got stuck towards my mom. I used to
Yeah.
always say he was 6'2". My mom was 5'2". I'm 5'8", and I got stuck in the middle. But he was
Yeah.
actually a little taller than 5'2".
Neither of my parents were very tall, and me and all my brothers are well over 6 feet.
Like I said, my dad's like 6'3", 6'4".
That's
I
just
was,
the luck of
I
the
mean-
genes.
But
Yeah, my oldest brother's 6'4", I'm 6'3". My other brother's about 6'3".
both my mom's brothers were like 5'10", 6 foot, and their dad was like 5'6". And I was a lot
Yeah.
taller than my grandpa.
I got the biggest foot. I got a size 13 shoe.
But I got my white hair from my grandpa.
Yep.
Oh yeah, my grandpa had a snow white beard. Well, he never grew a beard, but when it did grow, it was snow white. But he had snow white hair since he was in his 40s.
Has Retro showed up yet?
He was here and
Yeah,
gone.
he left right before you came up.
Oh,
Yeah, he said he had some other stuff scheduled. So
he's a special kind of dude.
yeah, enjoyable though.
Oh, definitely. I didn't mean anything else other than
No,
that.
no. I didn't mean to infer that.
He's just, he's dealing with a lot, and to do what he does, God bless him.
Yep.
By the way, when he came up, Mac Daddy, he said he hit 100 subscribers finally.
Yeah.
So we congratulated him on that.
I got to do my channel. I'm telling you, I've been waiting for my legs to get a little bit better to get out. I gotta
Bobby.
just walk across the street and start filming the trout stream.
Yeah. That'd be something you could do.
Nobody has it. And
Yep.
me and my neighbors joke about it like it's nothing, but it's really something.
Take care, Bobby. Have a good night, man.
Because I walk across the street, I got $1 million view.
Have a good one, Bobby.
You know, people spend a lot of money to fish in a native trout stream.
Yep.
They really do. I don't know. Where'd Dan go? Oh, there he is. He's got his head down.
He's
Yeah.
got his head down like he's hiding.
That
Oh, sorry.
That or he
I got
passed out. Donut withdrawal.
No, you know what I'm doing.
I wish I did.
I'm working the phone. I got the phone going full blast right now.
Well, it didn't look like you were working something else.
Hey, by the way, why are those nasty videos showing up on Facebook? Who keeps tagging me in those?
I don't
Which
know,
one
man, but I keep deleting them when I get them.
Yeah, which one of you keeps tagging me? You know, when you
I haven't seen them, so
you haven't seen them like this, right? You'll see a woman being attacked by a dog from behind, you know, in doggy style fashion. Then you see guys like this doing this, you know, in front of the camera.
yeah, I haven't seen those. I guess
What the
I'm
hell is going
I'm not
on
anybody's list.
Facebook? Why are they allowing that sort of crap to
That's who the
infiltrate?
happiest dog on the internet.
I'm going to tell you, whenever I go and there's somebody asking to be a friend, I go in and I look, and if I see a link to porn or porn, it's denied. It's deleted.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
things
and
I
I-
look for to exclude somebody, you know, because
What
I
did
look
I
for a
take?
reason to exclude. If
Did I-
I think they're looking for money, you know, like sometimes you get a feel like, are they looking for a husband? Because all they have is male friends.
Yeah.
Or, you know, or if they have a link to a porn site. I don't care if they look at porn. I really don't. It doesn't
But don't
belong
post it on Facebook.
So if you're posting that on Facebook, I don't need you as a friend.
No, because then you got guilt by association.
I don't care if somebody thinks I look at porn. I really don't. I don't want it on Facebook.
No.
My neighbor sent me a video degrading the hillbilly lifestyle. It's some goofy looking guy.
Oh,
and
you
he's
sent that to me, I think.
Yeah, I asked you your opinion of it.
Yeah.
And it was degrading to homely, overweight women, just women in general.
Yeah, it was just degrading, period.
And I sent him back a little yes or no question. I said, "Are these your relatives?" And he blocked me on Facebook.
Well, guess what?
That was brilliant.
He won't
That
send
was
you any more of
brilliant,
that crap.
Mac Daddy.
Well, I just thought it was fair play.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was nice of him to send anything like that. I certainly wouldn't share something like that.
No, definitely not.
Now, Dan, did you see what Tim said about you? Hey, Dodger Blue. Tim says Dan
Hey,
is the
Dodger.
only person I know that has Dunkin' Donuts on speed dial to
Hey,
make
now.
reservations.
Got to make sure they hold back a chocolate, a Boston cream donut for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
You ever had a
getting-
Boston cream cake?
I thought you got Bavarian cream.
Well,
Boston
you know,
cream.
I like the chocolate. The chocolate is yummy. You know,
Yeah.
Have you ever had a Boston cream pie?
Yes.
not in a very long time, but
But
it
it's been
is
a long
delicious. Yeah.
Oh God, yes.
I think the
I
art
got-
of pie making is also something that's gone away.
Well, Boston cream pie is not a pie; it's a cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cake. It's a multi-layer cake.
All right.
I,
Dodger gave his opinion. He says, "Hello, everyone. I can't stay, but happy Mother's Day for all the mothers. My two
Okay, Dodger.
other choices, other than the U.S., might be Philippines or Ecuador.
Ecuador sounds like a place to visit.
If I was
you
going,
know,
if I was
Ecuador
going
wouldn't
South
be so
America,
bad.
that'd be one of the areas there, or maybe Panama.
Panama.
I
Yeah,
invented
what
a
about
cake you
Panama?
might like, Dan.
What's that?
I got a cake I call a red, white, and blue cake.
A red, white, and blue
Just because
cake.
it's made with Pabst Blue Ribbon beer doesn't make it a red, white, and blue
Nope,
cake.
nope, nope, nope. I make a vanilla sheet cake with blueberries in the cake, strawberries between the layers, and I'm icing it with Cool Whip.
Oh man, that does. Oh, it sounds delicious and spectacular cake
I-
to make for the
Yep.
4th of July.
A pie that I make.
Yes,
You could
It's called-
decorate it with the American flag on top.
that's right.
Yeah.
You remember creamsicles?
Who?
Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Creamsicles,
sure.
the ice
Oh,
cream.
yeah.
The push-up
Yeah.
creamsicle.
Yeah.
Loved
I make
them.
a pie that tastes like creamsicles.
Oh, loved it. Hey, can you make one that tastes like a 50-50 bar?
No, I've never tried that. But
Yeah.
a creamsicle pie is Cool Whip.
Mm-hmm.
The
Orange
orange
soda?
drink. The orange drink for that took to the
Fanta?
space.
Tang.
Tang.
Tang, thank you. You use Tang, Cool Whip, and Philadelphia cream cheese.
Oh, you know what's so interesting about what you just said about Tang? They actually do. They actually do serve Tang when you order orange juice in restaurants.
I gotta grab my charger. I'm going to drop
But I'm
off.
just
for a
saying,
second.
Tang was invented
All right.
for the space astronauts would have something to drink.
Yeah.
To drink.
I believe that's right.
Yeah, that's why it was invented. I'm not saying it was a favorite, but that's how it was invented. And but yeah, you take like enough to make. I take a 9-inch graham cracker pie crust. You take 8 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese, and you can use the lighter one, the one with less calories and all that. And then you can also use the sugar-free Cool Whip, our off-brand. And then you take enough powder to make 2 cups of, or not 2 cups, 2 quarts of Tang, a drink. But you use just the powder, put it in there, and you mix it all together. You freeze it, and then if you want, I like to freeze the stuff first, and then refreeze it because it doesn't get solid again. It gets solid, but it doesn't get rock hard.
Yeah.
And then you can cut it up and serve it, and it's a great summertime dessert. And it doesn't take long to make. It's easy. People like it. I haven't made it in a while because, well, when I did make it, I used to make it up in Leroy, but I would take it into work and share it with the other guards and stuff
Yeah.
and some of the other people. Well, now it's just me. I'd eat the whole bloody thing, and that's way too much. I know. Like I said, my best.
Sounds delicious to me.
Oh, it is.
Sounds
It's really
very
good.
tasty.
I got a cake for the Philippines. I make this incredible banana cake.
Yeah, but bananas is plentiful there. You can
And I
take your
could
pick
do
of kind.
and I could do it with rice if I wanted to. Because the Filipinos make rice cake and it's very good. And my banana cake is like off the hook. It is just like people go nuts when I make it. It's like total gourmet. And it's real simple. I took a regular cake recipe and I substituted some pureed blended bananas. I just threw them in the mixer. And I added, my secret trick is I add cinnamon with the bananas.
That's always a good choice.
My talking about bananas, my older brother, his favorite pie was banana,
Yeah.
or either banana pie or banana pudding. Either one.
I used to make banana pudding all the time.
How about banana pancakes?
They have it. I haven't had that in a while, but they have
You
it.
slice the bananas and sprinkle them in sugar, and you pour the pancake batter in the frying pan.
I miss.
You lay down your
pancakes a
bananas
lot.
and then flip them.
Yep.
You know, when we go to Cebu, we go straight to Denny's for the
There you
American
go.
brand
Grand
The
Slam.
American Grand Slam. Yeah.
Yeah, Grand Slam. Well,
Mhm.
you saw my video of buckwheat pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those good. They're not like Denny's. That is a different type of pancake.
It's so weird. I think we talked about it on somebody's live, but it's so weird the way they provide service in restaurants in the Philippines. Where they come out, they take your order, and then they deliver the food, and then they disappear. You never see them again until someone brings you the bill. No
Yeah.
one comes by and say, "Would you like a refill on your cup of coffee?" No one comes by and says, "Is everything okay? Can I get you anything else?"
Well,
They don't do that there in most places.
They missed the opportunity to resell you. That's not
Yeah.
good business.
Yeah, and this happened in Denny's. I'm actually referring to Denny's in Cebu.
Wow.
they didn't come by and offer a refill on the coffee.
No.
Now, my uncle, my mom's older brother, my Uncle Everett, he would tell a waitress, he says, "You see this cup? The more times it's empty, the lower your tip gets.
Yeah.
If you keep it full, you'll get a good tip. But if I have to ask for coffee, it's going to lower your tip."
Do you know what TIP stands for? To ensure promptness.
Okay,
Makes sense.
that makes sense.
It does. It makes sense. That was funny, Leonard. It makes sense.
I agree. It makes sense. I don't have to argue with Dad all the time. We do that enough in chat.
Hey, by the way, since you brought it up, there are 3 or 4 countries that have already created central bank digital currency, and so find out which countries those are, Leonard.
A lot
out
of them
which
in
countries
Africa are doing it.
I don't think it's a lot. There's only
A
been
lot of
3.
them in Africa are doing it so people without a bank account can have an account on their cell phone and they can
Right.
exchange money with their cell phones.
Oh, so you know about this, huh, Edward D. Beck?
I've seen it on 60 Minutes.
It's been on 60 Minutes.
I
So,
must have missed that episode.
Yeah,
All I got to say,
Australia, I think is the biggest economy that is
Well,
that is
they
issuing
say,
out central bank digital currency.
I'm
they
gonna
say
say,
it's changing the market in Africa because people who grow produce and things out in the bush now don't have to barter to sell their produce to each other. They can sell it for currency over their cell phone to each other.
Wow, that is wild. And I keep telling my friends, I keep saying that this whole thing with Elon Musk is really a cloak and dagger scheme, to control mass populations.
I don't doubt that a bit.
Yeah, it's cloak and
Elon
dagger.
Musk
In other
is
words,
a white supremacist.
What's that?
oh no, you did not go there,
Yes,
Mac
I did.
Daddy. Say you didn't do it.
Well, he went there. I didn't.
Hey, by the way, there is. Speaking of, how do you identify one? By the way, because there was a guy. We were at one of the local hamburger places the other day here in Bye, and there's a guy walking around, right? He's a very nice man, by the way, and so he comes up right away, introduces himself, says hello, but he basically has no hair. He's balding, and then on the back he has a tattoo, of the broken cross or the iron cross or whatever. What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know what that represents to him.
I mean, what would it represent if he has a swastika on the back of his?
Now, a swastika is one thing.
Yeah.
now is it a swastika or was the guy Asian?
He came up and said he was from Europe.
All right, that probably means he's either a Nazi or a neo-Nazi. Because what I was going to say, if he's Asian in China, they have a symbol that looks almost exactly like an iron cross. That means something else.
See,
that's why I was asking.
I'm just thinking I couldn't figure it out because
was it a swastika or an iron cross?
It was a swastika. So he comes up. he introduced himself, and I was thinking to myself, well, would a neo-Nazi or a white supremacist come up to a Mexican in the Philippines and then introduce himself? And the second thing I thought was, would he move to the Philippines in the first place?
Yeah.
You know, go
Depends
figure.
on his degree of hatred.
It's
Yeah.
probably
Well,
not something that you ask somebody in casual conversation.
No.
I
And
wouldn't think so.
it could have been that he did that when he was young and dumb, and he decided, hey, I was wrong.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
hadn't had it covered up.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah, so he-
if that was
he
my
should
case,
grow his
I'd
hair
have it
back.
covered up. I would have never got the tattoo in the first place. But
That's what I was thinking, Leonard. You went there so I didn't have to. Or you turn it into, you know, a bunny rabbit or something. I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
you get it covered up with something.
Yeah.
I had a friend when I was in the Navy, former rat. He got a tattoo of a naked woman on his arm,
Yeah.
and his girlfriend, he started dating this girl, and she did not like it. So what he did was he had pants tattooed down here and then a bra on top.
Yeah.
That's how, you know, he didn't take the tattoo away. He just covered up the parts she was really objected to.
Well, it used to be pretty hard to get rid of a tattoo, so
yeah.
you still not
And
all
it
that
left a
easy.
scar. It used to really leave a bad scar. You
Yeah.
had to one of the ways you did it was you took salt. You kept rubbing salt on it and make it bleed. You let it heal up, and then you take salt and do it again until it was gone. That way, or you had surgery to remove it.
Well, now
cut
they
down-
do it with a laser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're talking 70s and 80s. But then they would cut down the middle of it, pull the skin together, sew it back up,
Ugh.
let it heal, and do it again and again until it was gone.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So it was a really painstaking procedure to have one removed.
Wow.
Well, now it's still big business getting them removed.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
and I tell everybody, I got a tattoo. I'm not ashamed of it. I always tell anybody, if you're thinking about getting a tattoo, if you're going to be ashamed to show that to your mom, your grandma, or somebody, don't get it.
Exactly.
I got
And
one
another
I'm
thing I
proud to
tell
show.
Another thing I tell them, always put it somewhere
Yeah, but
where
nobody wants to look at your big fat butt.
That's right. I got one on my left butt cheek says exit only.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, I tell them, have it
I
where-
got a Peter
when you're
Rabbit
wearing
on my
a shirt.
left butt cheek.
I said, have it where no one sees it unless you want them to see it. You don't see that tattoo.
No.
Uh,
No, something like that, you know, that's discreet. It doesn't
yeah,
affect your
like I said, you know,
their jobs who you can't have them showing and stuff. so
I got another one I'll never show you.
I won't ask.
Listen, Pinocchio.
No, it's not there, but it's close. I got that one on a drunk
Hey.
bear.
Tim is pointing out that the conversation is a little bit interesting today. I don't know. It just goes where it goes, Tim, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We start off with something and go somewhere else.
Go somewhere
But
else. What are you
I'm
going
gonna
to
tell
do?
you the
That's
truth.
kind of how we roll.
With the removal of laser now, the other tattoo, if it really bothered me a lot, would be gone. I would go and pay to have it removed.
Mm.
But like I said, it's in a place I can go swimming and you're not seeing it. All right.
Mm.
Unless I want to wear Speedos, and I'm not wearing Speedos.
TMI, Larry. TMI.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I said, I'm not wearing Speedos, so you can see
You
it.
have to
Don't worry
shave in order to see it. No, thank you.
about it. No, I don't have to shave. I just have to wear some really short shorts.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, you guys are way too much fun today. But I have to go. And you know why?
Oh.
You know why. I have to go.
Yeah.
Donut withdrawal.
Because it's Dunkin' Donut time. No, I'm not having donuts today, but I am. I am headed down there for a cup of coffee, a cup of Joe,
Well, tell Brett hi.
cup of mud.
Yeah.
I won't. Brent's not in there all the time, but
Okay. See, Brent's a fellow Hoosier.
oh yeah, he is. He certainly is. Yeah.
He's,
Yeah,
I don't
very
know,
nice.
I can't remember what part of Indiana he's from, but he's a fellow
One of
Hoosier.
the nicest men, one of the nicest people that you would ever want to meet, and way too nice for me. In other words, why would a guy want to even know a guy? Why would a guy like Brent even want to be associated with a guy like me? I mean, why would he even want to be seen in the same?
Because it makes him look even better.
That has to be the answer, because he is way, way too nice of a guy.
But like his videos were just too long. That's why I quit following him.
You know what?
I quit following World Zoom because he posts every bloody day.
Yeah, they're 30 minutes long or whatever.
Yeah,
And so,
and his are long. I mean, if they were every other day or something like that,
yeah.
or if
Well,
they were short,
According to interestingly enough, according to my stats, mine only survive 1 minute and 22 seconds. And so I only make 5-minute videos in hopes that somebody will watch it for 1 minute and 22 seconds.
I watched the whole
That,
thing.
that fits right in with what mine are.
Yeah. I mean,
Mine are all real short.
And so I'm more successful doing the short 15-second videos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, though, I watch all of it. And that's why I had to quit the other, because I watched the whole bloody thing. And you're putting up 20, 30-minute videos every day.
Yeah.
Like, World Zoom does.
But I'll have to admit, there are a couple of videos of Brent's that I watched all the way through because they were just there. You were feeling Brent's emotions, like when he's sitting there and he's on his balcony having the fireside chat and he's talking about how the bees died. I wanted to cry. This is the God's honest truth, because I know how important the success of his plan is. Yeah, endeavor. And so, I mean, you have to feel for him. But then he had the huge comeback. He has this huge comeback. It's amazing. It's an amazing story that you should never, ever give up on your dream.
Yeah. Now, see, I quit watching Brent before the bees all died.
Oh, well, you got to go back.
Did you go back and watch it when he first started? Because that's when I caught him.
Yeah, that's when everybody went, hey, what is this guy all about, going to bye-bye and watching because it was so exciting, because you're thinking to yourself, who would do this? Who would do it? There were a whole bunch of elements. It was just very, very intriguing,
They were still putting up the fence.
Yeah.
Him and that older
guy. He asked me, he says, I can't understand why people aren't watching, as much as they were before, and I think that, it's not.
You need to break them down.
Yeah.
Well, can I tell you what it is?
It's not because they don't have an interest in what he's doing. That's for sure.
We have a 10-minute attention span. The 15's a push.
Yeah, 10's a push for a lot of people.
Well, yeah, but you see where I'm going with that one.
Yeah, you need to cut it down. Do 5-10-minute videos. Do a short.
5 minutes.
Do a bunch of shorts.
Yeah.
Do about 10 minutes. And so instead of doing 2 long ones, like I said, I wouldn't mind World Zoom if he kept them short. But
World Zoom, that's hit and miss for me. World Zoom will sometimes get on a really, really interesting topic, and then I'll just be glued to it. But let's see, what Steve's live stream last night, right? So that
you mean this morning?
yeah, this morning. Steve's live stream, I see why people are interested in going in the stream, because he addresses specific questions and they're asking specific questions. Yeah, but for a guy like me who lives here, who lives it every day, who knows the answers to most of the stuff, right? I just kind of hang around for a few minutes, only to see if you guys are in it. And then
I was late today. I was there, but I was late.
Yeah, when I don't see you guys in it, I just go away. I just shut it off.
I might have watched it late.
Yeah,
it might have
I
been
didn't
over
see it,
when
but I was there late. Now, the last one he did, I didn't make. That was 2 weeks ago. I didn't make that one.
Yeah.
I got, you got to remember, I'm at work. Sometimes and a lot of there's other people that do live streams that I'll catch. There was a couple of live streams I watched this morning, and I went out, did a few things, came back, and I checked, and he was on, so I watched him. I was maybe a half hour, a little over, but that's about all I caught of his. I was at late. He did about a 90-minute, which is what he usually does, about 90 minutes or more. And I caught the last half hour, a little over, and that's it.
Yeah.
And he's planning on being on again next week, but you know how that goes. If you
Yep.
lose power, you lose power.
Yeah. He
Now,
doesn't
he's
seem
going
to
to be
lose
gone
power
this week.
very
He said
often
he's
up there.
taking some days off, and he's got a place that he can go visit. He's got a friend that's got a place that lets him stay, and that's where he's going to go for a few days, take a break, which I
Yeah.
can't blame him.
No.
But he's got a couple other guys that do videos now that post to his stream, and which is fine because some of theirs is they're newly over there, so they're facing some stuff, and they go over that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I consider Steve most of the time to be a talking head. Like my first few videos, I was a talking head, and by that I mean you don't have to watch me, just listen.
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't have to watch the person; you just listen to them, which is what a live stream here like this is.
Oh, but
Yeah.
but I agree. But I also think that he's improving his channel a lot by taking the important topics. His videos, for example, are now a lot shorter, and they're more direct and to the point.
Yeah.
And so I think he's keeping it to one subject per video. Man,
Yeah.
I really like his approach. You know,
Yeah.
I really
And then
do.
then he has Jason, and I can't think of the other guy's name, Richard. They'll post a video now and then on a different subject. They'll let them do it because it's something new for them, and that's interesting too. Now,
You know, I think Tim made a joke about the tattoo thing. He said maybe
Yeah.
get a tattoo of a keyhole for a gateway to your soul.
to the soul, yeah,
Yeah, to the soul. And I think, yeah,
right
Where would
above
you
the
get-
heart, baby, right above the heart.
yeah, exactly. Where would you get that tattoo? What's the placement of that?
For me, it'd be right above the heart.
It's
All right, you
really-
guys.
Tim, for Tim, it'd be a different location, I think.
I gotta get going. So, hey, it's been fun as always. I gotta get going.
Well,
I'll see
thanks a
everybody.
lot.
I'll see everybody later.
He
I'm gonna.
did-
And
he
we'll
did
see.
go to
We'll
sleep.
see you tomorrow night. Or well, I'll see you tomorrow night. It'll be Monday morning for you. So
Man,
it'll be
I
tomorrow
always
morning
mess
for
up
you.
about how to remove myself from the stream. Yeah. All right, bye, you guys.
All
Bye,
right.
everybody in the chat.
Take care, everyone.
All right.
Nice talking to you.
Bye.
All right, now,
And then there were
what the
two.
heck? Where'd Leonard go? Where'd Leonard go?
I don't know.
All right. Well, I guess it's you and I, unless Leonard decides to come back up.
I think Leonard
and
will be back.
Good chance he'll be back.
His stuff was glitching.
But if anybody else is out there wants to come up, come on up. You're more than welcome. We're just, like I said, we're talking. Many of us have said where we would live if we couldn't live. There's Leonard. He's back.
You know, Dan was talking
What happened,
yesterday.
Leonard?
Oh, yeah, I'm back.
You seem to be glitching a little bit.
Well, that's probably just me.
Well, it seemed like there's like a flashing light going off in the room every once in a while.
No, well, that's possible.
You know, Dan was talking yesterday, and we were talking earlier about selling
Leonard,
things.
Tim says you were showing Dan how to leave the stream. Because Dan says, let me see how to leave the stream.
Yeah, and I got confused. I was thinking it was his video or his stream. I know better.
That's
but,
tomorrow. That's
you know.
tomorrow's.
Yeah.
But I just do one a week. Now, if I ever get too bored or retire, I'll do more than one. But right now, going into Dan's and doing mine is enough. I do need to do a few more shorts. Maybe, like I said, when I go home, I'll do a video on the reunion, which is
that'll be
on a
great.
Saturday.
Yeah, that'll
And
be
I'll
great.
let you see what my mother looks like. And I'm not
I got to
gonna
get
show
out more and do my neighborhood.
Yeah. Well, I've done my neighborhood quite a bit. So I got
Well,
quite a few of them.
I have things like just in the forest, and the forest isn't real deep, right across the street that are so cool this time of year. Different kinds of mushrooms, and I
that
got ramps.
that's
I
all
have
good stuff. That's all good stuff.
I have ramps if you know what they are.
No.
A
I'm not
a
sure.
ra- a ramp is a like wild leek. It's like a garlic onion, and you can eat the greens too. They're $25 a pound for gourmet restaurants. I could literally pick these things, wrap them in wet newspaper, and ship them.
That sounds like a moneymaker.
Yeah, well, you
So,
gotta. It's a money maker if you have an outlet.
Yes.
sounds like a job for a junior, Eddie.
Yeah.
Well, he's running around cutting lawns and things, and his
Well,
program takes a lot out of him.
I
Yeah.
did all of that. When I was a kid, I cut grass and raked leaves and shoveled snow,
He is
and I hated raking leaves more than shoveling snow.
he's in a he's in a diesel mechanics program,
Oh, cool!
That's a
That's
good
good money when
program.
he gets
That's a
and
good
when he
one.
he's
graduates.
yeah, it's good for him, and he's doing regular mechanics too.
Yeah.
He took the family car to Volvo to school the other week and did a bunch of preventative stuff like a new fuel filter, a new radiator hose, redid the whole back brake system with cutting the rotors and putting brakes on. He does this all by himself now. He did my
That's good.
neighbor's van the other day, did an oil change for
How
them.
many more years till he graduates high school? What, two?
He's got 2 years.
All right. And then with that training, he ought to be able to get in with a garage or some type, if nothing else, as a apprentice because he's got that training.
Well, he can leave school with a license.
Okay, that's maybe
That's
better.
worth a
And
lot. That's worth a
yeah,
lot.
and I don't know whether he should get his diesel truck inspection license, which can be quite valuable,
Oh yeah.
or should he get his CDL and heavy equipment operator's license?
Can he do both?
Well,
Probably.
you can do both, but the school district will only pay for one,
Okay.
and he can't take and do the
You won't be old enough for the CDL, right?
well, they just lowered it to 18, but that's hard. You got to
Oh, they
go
did.
after. Yeah, he'll have to go after he graduates to finish that
He might as well
program.
get his diesel, and then if he wants, he can go get his CDL later because he'll earn the money to pay for the with his diesel license. He'll earn the money to pay for the CDL.
Well,
Uh,
they have the heavy equipment operator's license to go with it,
yeah.
and you can go down in landfill and drive around in the big earth moving equipment because I got the landfill right here for waste management,
Yeah.
and that's $50 an hour with full benefits.
Sounds like what he ought to be looking into.
Well,
Well,
that's
I'm going to tell you something. Those diesel mechanics, if you get in with the right place, you're making good money there too. You
Yeah.
yeah.
take a regular auto mechanic, he's making over $25 an hour. Diesel makes a lot more.
Oh yeah, they make way more than that
Well,
Yeah.
plus
nowadays.
he'll have he could possibly have his truck inspection license.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a real good one. So
Any of them. Any of those are good ones.
this is what
So
we've landed on for him, and getting him through is a bit of a struggle, but we're working with it.
yeah.
Well, if he likes working on vehicles, the diesel mechanic would be the one I would go with.
I've been teaching him. He grabbed my computer at 4 years old and ran off with it one Christmas and taught himself the computer.
Well,
And so he's very good with like rebuilding cell phones, rebuilding computers, and taking them apart and putting them back together proper. He's broke a few too, but that's part of the learning curve.
yeah.
I've paid for that, let me tell you. But I don't discourage him. And I taught him how to do brakes and some simple maintenance on the car, and now he can do all that by himself. Plus, I taught him how to watch videos on YouTube to get the information on how to do the repair. And that is, he watches Sue from 1A Auto. And Sue is,
He's good.
she.
Or she, yeah.
She's very good.
Yeah, she
Now,
is.
now
She's
you're
good.
talking about the CDL and the diesel mechanic. A friend of my younger brother's, he was a diesel mechanic and had a CDL. He worked for a company where he drove trucks part time and he worked on trucks. He did both jobs. He got paid real good money. He was a teamster, so when it was time to retire, he had a good retirement. Now he would be trying to think. He'd be about 65 now, so he might still be working. Although it's a teamster, he could have retired at 55. So I don't know.
Well,
I haven't seen him in a long time.
a friend of me and Eddie's who is no longer with us. His family owned a garage that worked on trucks, and our friend inherited that place. And he had a 6-bay garage, if you would, and he would make about $10,000 a week.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Like I
And
said, there's a lot of money in
and he just repaired tractors and trailers. And
Hey Retro, welcome back, sir.
Hey, Retro. Nice to see you, bud.
hi, Retro.
Do you notice that Big Mac Daddy shaved his beard? He's shaking his head, yes.
I cut my freak flag off.
I've been having people tell me I need to shave mine.
Well,
I'm not cutting my hair.
if I grow my beard, I look like Santa Claus, okay? Because mine's white.
Yeah.
And then
Mine's
I got the
not
gut to
mine's
go
not
with it.
completely.
No, yours is gray. Mine's white.
Well, mine
you know,
Look how
Mine's
white that
actually
is.
yeah, yours is pretty reddish colored.
Mine,
yeah.
no, mine's white.
No,
mine
yeah.
was a full year of growth that I
Yeah.
cut off. And I was thinking of doing the Billy Gibbons ZZ Top thing.
But no, they've been telling me that I need to shave my beard. And I told
Who's
them
been
no.
telling you that?
Huh?
Who's been telling you that?
Well, I tell them, I said, if you like me, you like my beard.
Oh, some of the women have been telling you that.
Yeah, because you know the Panays all want you to shave.
Well, I decided to shave mine down. But it's better for my sleep apnea.
Well, that's
All right, the
important.
mustache
So,
interfered with the seal of the nasal pillow.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
And so I thought, well, I can shave the whole thing, or I can just shave the. Because for a long time I kept the mustache and had the goatee or the beard,
Yeah.
and then I decided, well, let's just shave the mustache off, shave this down to just chin whiskers, and so I get a much better seal on my CPAP. So I
Right.
get a much better sleep. But
Well, I didn't want to look like a Johnstown hillbilly too much.
I shaved
Why?
the goat part off last year. And
Yeah.
Dad told me I had to grow it back. I didn't look right. That was part of my plan.
Yeah.
I just figured I'd come back into civilization.
Well, like I
Yeah,
said, I
Wally.
try to keep it trimmed down now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, if it works better for your CPAP, then that's
well, this
That's a
part
good
doesn't
idea.
affect the CPAP one way or
well,
the
doesn't
other.
it? Okay.
The mustache did. All right, because the CPAP is just right here. It's just the two nasal pills. So it goes right
Snidely
there.
whiplash.
And
Well, I need to get out the number 3 clip tomorrow, and I was going to do my hair up top. I used to do that like once or twice a year.
Yeah.
but anyway, I keep this trimmed down because I wear a chin strap. Because here recently my mouth is dropping open some.
Oh yeah, you said something about that.
And so it'll work with it longer. It just makes, when I get up, this looks a lot real funky and it's a
You
lot
just-
easier.
You just get a brush, man.
I did read
I always take a shower, but I mean, when I first get up, on my days off, I don't always jump in the shower right away.
Yeah.
I'll get up, I'll maybe go sit in the living room, and if somebody comes by and knocks, and I got this, with a short like this, it's fine. It's just nothing wrong with it.
I did recycle my beard.
Oh yeah,
I put it out for the birds.
there you go, make a nest.
Yep.
Oh man,
they'll
they
be making
love it.
nests out of that. Yep.
But yeah,
I had a friend that was a barber that used to do that. He used to
Yep.
throw the hair in a box and stick it out back, and in the springtime, you'd be surprised how much of it goes.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay. It also gives them something soft compared to the twigs and everything.
Yep.
Oh God!
He says, now Tim Mac, he says, Mac Daddy do a few nature videos. Then he makes the statement, sometimes civilization is not very civilized. And
Boy,
that
ain't
is
that
true.
the truth.
That is
Well,
true.
I was talking about the $1 million view here earlier. I gotta get it up. I gotta tell you guys, you would be like amazed because we laugh about it. We don't live in the most expensive neighborhood here, but people would spend big fat money to have the view that we got when we walk into the woods. Because we always go picnic by the stream and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's just amazing. And then the fact it's got native trout in it, and you can catch some trout. That's a bonus too.
Yep. I used to have a little. It was a beaver dam actually. It had a pond behind it, and there were cutthroats in there. But the biggest one was probably maybe 12, 13 inches long. But those
Yeah, they're
things
not
would
very
jump.
big fish,
Huh?
but they're not very big fish, but that's big for a cutthroat.
Oh, well, no, it's not. I've seen cutthroat that were like 10 pounds.
Oh,
But
really?
yes, depends where you're at,
Sure.
But
Cutthroat.
but those fish were so aggressive. I had I had one jump out of the water at least a foot and bite an empty hook.
Why the what?
Gold hook.
An empty hook. I didn't even have any bait on it.
You ever go herring fishing?
No.
The Delaware River, where I used to live in the Philly area, used to get a herring run every spring. It hasn't been the same since Hurricane Sandy. But you'd go over there and you'd put like 4 gold hooks on your line and a sinker at the bottom and just drop it in the water at high tide and jiggle
Oh,
it.
that's like
And
crappie fishing,
you'd pull
like a
in
trout line.
well, continuously though. You'd pick up and pull in
Yeah.
4 herring at a time. And right
Yeah,
before that, the
herring are
shad
small,
run.
right? Herring are
Uh,
small, right?
they're 10, 12 inches,
Okay.
and the shad are even bigger. But we don't have the herring run or the shad run like we used to. And
Yeah.
the female stripers used to come in out of the ocean, like the big 50-pounders, and follow the herring and shad in. And you used to catch a herring back in the day, cut them in half, take like a knitting needle and stuff 3 fish hooks down its throat and put into the stomach area where you just like cut the fish in half and you'd put the fish hooks in the stomach area and then you'd
Yeah.
float it down the river and let it drop into the depth and the female stripers would nail that thing like you wouldn't believe. Oh my
Wow.
God. And you got a 50-pound striper on your line then.
Yeah.
Striped bass or
That'd be
rockfish
cool.
they call 'em.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what
Oh
you're talking
yeah.
about.
And you're catching them in fresh water.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
So,
I went
I
salmon
caught him. I
fishing
caught him in the Colorado
in
River
Washington
once.
State,
Yeah.
but that was on the ocean, and I caught
there's
3 silver. But the one I wanted, I never was able to hook. That was the king salmon. They put up one heck of a fight.
yeah,
Yep.
that's a big salmon. There
Oh
is
yeah,
there's a video on New Jersey Network that they used to have where they were striper fishing in front of the New Jersey Pennsylvania Turnpike Bridge, which was right where I lived on the river. It was so cool. 'Cause that's how I learned to fish like that, with like cutting the fish in half and letting it float off into the deeper water, like off the shoal, 50 feet away from the boat, and it just kind of falls into this deep water going downriver with the current.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, oh my God, hang on for dear life. Let them run with it for a minute and then hook them. But wow, I missed
Yeah,
all that.
yeah. I fished for stripers at the Colorado River a couple of times on the
They're good.
Arizona side.
They're good like that out there, but they're not. They're not like the ones out of the ocean. Are just they're bigger and more powerful, and they're also seasonable. They're not here all year long.
Right, right.
They
Now,
they
Tim says perch puts up a good fight for its size.
yes they do. We had them in the river too.
Yeah, we had a lot of those back home.
We
I
used to
never,
catch
I never thought they were that good of fighters, but then
oh for the
again,
size.
well, I know,
We
but
we used to hook that. We used to catch the small ones and put a hook in their back and then put them out for muskies.
yeah, I never caught muskie.
Oh, we have them out here where I live too.
Yeah,
I, I,
big,
I
biggest fish I ever caught was a 25-pound Kamloops rainbow trout.
that's nice.
Yeah, the world record was 32 pounds 8 ounces taken out of Pend Oreille Lake, my hometown, and they took that away they took that world record away and gave it to some clown in Alaska that caught a steelhead, which is an ocean fish.
Yeah. Well, we got steelhead out here too for the Great Lakes.
And they got salmon on the Great Lakes too.
Yeah.
Yes, but the steelhead and the salmon, there's not as many of them as there used to be because with climate change, the lakes don't get all that frozen ice on them, so they don't get the perch fry spawn like they used to.
And
So
Tim wants to know if anybody's gone sturgeon fishing.
I've gone, but I've never caught one.
I've seen sturgeon in the Delaware River,
Yeah.
but they weren't big. The sturgeon that I seen was only like 20 inches long,
Yeah, I've seen
and
them.
they
I've
didn't
seen them
catch
over
them.
12 feet, but
Yeah.
I've never caught any.
I've
Oh,
never gone sturgeon fishing, so
Yeah.
I'm
I
like
fished
Retro.
for them, but never caught any.
Never been.
Yeah.
One
the
what?
big, I used to,
I'd
Go-
be going because I have a scheduled gameplay thing with my friend
Oh, okay.
Fortnite. I don't know if you guys have heard of it because your kids play it or whatever. But,
yeah,
Yeah,
my
my,
son
my
plays
kids
all the
played it.
time.
yeah, my friend Young King Blakey, if you haven't been to my channel, he's one of my partners, wants to play it. So I
Okay.
just wanted to pop on and say good night to you guys.
Well, thank you for
All
coming
right.
back,
Well,
Retro. You have
nice
a good
seeing you,
night
Retro.
and enjoy your game.
Yep.
Oh, I plan to. And to kill some people in the game.
Yeah, there you go. Just keep that in the game.
Of course.
Killing.
I'm naturally not a violent person in real life.
It's like
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto. Do all you want in there, but keep it in the game.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not a violent person in real life. I'm a down to earth guy in real life.
I'm too lazy to be violent. Okay.
Yeah, I am too now.
I'm too chill to be violent. Like I'm on medication.
Well, I'm sorry.
It's,
I mean, I'm sorry you're on medication, but if it helps you, then that's good.
All right, good night, guys.
I could get chills if I want. In New York, weed's illegal.
Yeah.
But I am hoping to move to Maine where it is legal. So
It's legal here in New York.
It's gonna be legal all over pretty soon.
Oh, I think it will be.
Yeah.
I think
It
eventually
probably
it'll
will
legal.
be.
It's legal.
Texas is even talking about it.
Thailand has made it legal.
Right.
oh what? Before I go, what?
Thailand, weed is legal in Taiwan now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the first Asian country that I know of that made it legal.
Yeah. I haven't
It's
heard
the
of any
only
others.
one that I know of that's it's legal in.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of it anywhere else.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
It's not legal in
All
the
right,
Philippines.
Retro.
I'll guarantee you that.
No. All right, Retro. See you later.
Take care, Rachel. But anyway,
You know, I was going to say before we get into that, where I used to live and go fishing and everything, Delaware City, Delaware is on YouTube, and so is the Route 9 St. Augustine Wildlife Refuge.
Yeah.
I used to go crabbing at a road culvert in there into the swamp, and on incoming tide, I could go there right before incoming tide hit, and during incoming tide, which is only about an hour, I could catch a half a bushel of crabs,
Yeah.
blue claws, which is a lot.
Yeah.
And I had this great little trick for doing them. So you know how like the culvert walls go up on like a 45-degree angle?
Yeah.
I would go with mason cord and chicken legs and drop the chicken legs like straight down and put a rock there holding the cord. And then I would just walk back and forth with a net, like scooping them up.
Yeah.
And it was like one right after another. Bing, bing, bing.
Jim said he
And,
just remembered he needs to take his medicine.
Yeah. Hey Tim, there's a couple of videos on YouTube about people catching sturgeon, and one of them is a really big one. That's one ugly fish.
My medicine, I take one pill as soon as I get up. That's my thyroid medication.
Yeah.
Thyroid runs in my family. And now the other medication I take just before I eat. I take glipizide. I take it before my first meal, and then I take it before my supper.
You said glipizide?
Glipizide.
Yeah, I think I was taking that, but I got off it.
I got off metformin.
I
Metformin
refused
messed
it.
with my bowel movements too much. I took it for years first, though.
Yeah.
I took it for years, but then it started messing with me. And when I figured out what it was, I quit taking it. And they said something to me, and I said, it does this to me, and I will never take it again.
Yep.
So they gave me this other medication. And I was taking it for a while, but my sugar started going back up. So they put me on this different kind of medication that's a shot. And I
I've
just
heard
take
about
it.
that one.
Yeah.
Is
I
that
just
that
take-
one? Is that one that's supposed to make you lose weight?
It's the one that can. The
Well, I think there's two of them that are diabetic medicines, but they're giving them to people who don't have diabetes just to lose weight.
so a lot of celebrities are taking it. They're taking it at a bigger dose than
heavier
what I'll be
dose, yeah.
taking it at.
I think we talked about this the other day. Yeah.
Yeah. And so right now I'm on a dosage that is to adjust my body to it, to see if
Right.
my body can take it. I just took the second shot Thursday.
I've heard
I
it's
think-
got, I've heard that those have got some potentially serious side effects too, though.
That's
might
why.
wanna
That's
check
why I
that
said
out.
it's a very. But see, I'm going to tell you the truth. Metformin's got serious side effects. That other drug has, and then this other drug they wanted me to maybe take has side effects that I don't want to deal
Well,
with.
they all have side effects. Yeah.
That's what I said. So they all have a side effect. They tell me what they are. It's like I'm not dealing with that. I'm not
Right.
going to take that. One of them, you have to urinate a lot more. Well, I'm a guard. I can't get up and go to the bathroom whenever I want. I got to get a hold of somebody, let them know I'm going. And if it's going to make me have to rush to get there to take a whiz, I may be peeing my pants too much to be
Yeah.
taking that. No, it's not going to happen.
Start wearing a diaper or something.
Forget that noise.
I got that problem when I take the water pills they want me to take all
Yeah,
the
but-
time.
Well, that's what water pills do is make you pee.
Yeah, that's what water pills for. But
Yeah,
that's
but
to help
that's
you
not-
lose. That's to help remove the water from your body, and that's what's causing your problem, whatever it is. That's
Right,
not
they
what's
were
causing
supposed
my
to-
problem. That's not
They were
what,
supposed to give me a diuretic because my feet started swelling down. And,
I got a natural one.
what's
I
that,
drink-
coffee?
No, well, coffee's a good one. Cranberry juice. Coffee in the morning and then like a glass or two of cranberry juice during the day.
yeah. But
Yeah.
but the thing is with you, Ed, you're at home, so if you have to pee a lot, you can be near the bathroom and just go. I'm
Right.
at work,
Yeah, you've got to.
and my bathroom is not that close to where I work at.
Right.
Right.
My
And then if I
problem
go to
even
the
at
one and it's a one holer, if somebody's in there, then I got to turn around and go to a different one,
Yeah.
which is
my
a lot
problem
farther
even
away.
at home though, Larry, is when it hits me, if I stand up and try and move, it's like I just made a mess.
Well, that's what was that form.
It attacks me that hard. It's like I filled the bag, and it's like I gotta run, and I can't get there quick enough.
Yeah.
So I go through several. I gave up. I go through several pair of underwear and shorts a day, which is okay. I gotta wash it, but
Yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah, like I said, until you get things straightened out, you got to deal with what you got. That's part of getting older.
Well, when
There's-
Well,
I started dealing with this, I got slick quick. I bought myself a half a dozen pair of carpenter shorts. Well, I get it's got the cell phone pocket that I use in the side. It's
yeah.
not for that, but I use it for that.
Right.
You know, and they're jeans. They're comfortable.
yeah, I wear cargo pants. And cargo pants has got the pockets. You got the front pockets, and then you got pockets below them,
Right.
and so they got plenty of pockets. But there are jean type materials, so they're very comfortable. And
Yeah.
I also have cargo shorts. But hey, guys, we've been going about 2 hours. It's getting close to time for me to start getting ready for bed. I want to thank you all for coming, and I want to thank everybody that if they're that's still out there in the chat. I accidentally hit the button.
Yeah.
The one thing I don't like about this Blue Yeti compared to my old mic is my old mic I can look and the color told me whether it was on or off. If it was green, it was on. If it was red, it's off.
Right.
This is red all the time. If it's flashing, you got to look, make sure it's not flashing, because if it's flashing, it's off. Solid's on, but it stays
Okay.
red. You know, it's red. I prefer the difference in colors because you just take a quick glance and you can tell.
Right.
Like that, I can do it, but this one I can't because it's not long enough to see if it's flashing.
Yeah.
But I felt that I hit it and I left and it was flashing. But anyway, I want to take care of everyone. Remember, we'll see you all tomorrow on Dan's live stream, hopefully. And
What's that? 8 o'clock at night or in the morning for us?
it's at night for us. It's in the morning for him.
Okay.
That'd be a 7 or
No,
8
it's
for
8
you
o'clock.
or 7 for me.
7
Same
for
time?
you,
Oh,
8 for Eastern. If you're Eastern, it's 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm Central, so it'll be 7.
Central 7. And
All
I
right.
believe Pennsylvania is Eastern, so
yes, we are.
it'll be 8 o'clock for Pennsylvania, just like it is here. So, and everybody, take care of yourselves. We'll see you at Dan's. Be nice to each other. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And as always, try to have fun. All
All right.
right, everybody.
Larry, you have a good night.
Good
Larry,
night.
I'll send you that glider video if you want to watch it. You might enjoy it.
That
All
was
right, thanks.
good.
I'll probably do it tomorrow at work
Yeah, give me
when I'm
something to do.
sitting down.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, there's times I'm sitting there like this,
Yeah.
especially on the weekends. It's a lot fewer people. All right, guys.
All
Take
right.
care,
Good night.
everybody.
All
Bye.
right.
Take care.
Bye,
Ended.
everyone.
Bye.
See you later.